Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Shay Baby, and welcome to the Brown Book series. Tonight's episode is so awesome because this young lady, I was introduced to her a little late, but trust and believe I have watched. I have been, I have binge read everything. Well, watch because y'all know, these stories. They just like I play them in my head, like like I'm watching the television. But anyway, y'all understand what I'm saying. So tonight, I have a treat, and she's awesome. And I'm just gonna say thank you to Sharita Caldwell right now, Ripaso, for introducing me to this next young lady. Because I'm telling you, I'm late. I already know. Y'all know. Okay, let me introduce her. Shit. All right. Y'all know I get excited, start fangirling out. Anywho, Brown Book series. Welcome to the stage, Amazon's best-selling author, Miss Monica Walters. Hi,
Hey, hey.
Monica. Girl, listen. Thank you, and welcome to the Brown Book series.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're so excited to have you here, Miss Monica. Girl.
I'm excited to be here.
Well, thank you. Well, say that after the interview, because some people are like, what the fuck, Shay? I'm like, sorry. So, Monica, tell us a little bit about Monica Walters. You can include the literary world too, but we know this, so we want to know everything else. So tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. I'm married. My name is Monica Walters, obviously, but I'm married. I've been married for almost 17 years. I have 3 children, a son and 2 beautiful daughters. I live in Nome, Texas, which is like 20 miles outside of Beaumont, Texas.
Girl.
Yeah, in the country, in the sticks, in the woods is where you find.
I love it.
I've been a published author since 2014, and I am signed with Beloved Publications, but I also release independently as well.
Okay.
I have 63 titles under my name, and I have more to come.
Girl, we're going to get into some of these 63 titles because, baby, your writing style is so, I don't know, man. Like, I be wanting to sleep with your heroes and the heroines. Like, I'm just saying, like, when I be like, he can get it, and she can too, Like,
that's a good thing.
Yo, I said, I am surely gonna get put out fucking around with Monica. I'm just saying, like, I absolutely love it. So, Monica, when did you know that you want to become an author?
I've always been a writer. I didn't write books. I wrote poetry, song lyrics, stuff like that, short stories. But in my downtime,
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, y'all. Give us a moment and we'll be right back. Hold on, Monica. You there?
I don't know what happened. It just.
You in the country.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Listen. Trust me. It's okay. We'll fix that.
Okay. So in 2011 is when I wrote my first novel.
Okay.
And I was like, I can't believe I did this because it wasn't supposed to be a book. I was just bored and just kept writing. So I didn't know what to do with it. I held on to it and I wrote another one. And then in 2014, that's when I found out about Kindle Direct Publishing. And that's when I published those 2 books. And I was like, okay, this is fun. I wasn't serious about it. I just knew I liked to write and I wanted people to read it. Whoever read it, great, you know. And I didn't take it seriously till 2018.
Now, why romance?
Because I love love is what I'm the most comfortable with. Valentine's is my favorite holiday, you know. So
Really?
yeah, really, I just love. I mean, my husband cannot get me anything for Christmas, and I won't be mad. But if he don't roll up in here with something for Valentine's Day, we have a problem. Okay.
Oh, my Lord. That's
Uh,
so sweet, though.
I love Valentine's. So I just love love. I love drama too. So, all my books have some type of drama. Not my own drama. Not my own drama, everybody else.
Yeah. Girl. Because we were getting a couple of your books. I was like, what happened? She slept with
No,
who? Jesus, wait a
yeah, no,
minute.
no.
I loved
Yeah.
it though. I was here for it. All that. And speaking of books, it brings us to the first segment here in the Brown Book Series called Name That Book, where we give you either a synopsis of the book, a passage from the book, something related to that book, or a character. You have a bunch of series, so it'd be the main character of that book.
Okay.
You ready? So I'm gonna read it, and you're gonna give us what it is, girl. All right.
And y'all gonna be like, don't know her own stuff.
Girl, listen, you would be surprised. Listen, yeah, I done had some people on here, and I'm like, tell me the truth. Do you got a ghostwriter? And if you do, can you show me? I'm just saying.
Look, I don't have a ghostwriter. My memory just short.
Girl, mine too, but I smoke. Anyway, so name that book. The 31-year-old freelance journalist is living life on her own terms, except in one area: love.
Sounds like Blindsided by Love.
It sounds like you right, girl.
Okay.
Blindsided by love. Blindsided by love. All right, you guys, we're having some more technical difficulties. Y'all know that she's in the country. She's out there in the country in Beaumont, Texas. So she'll be right back with us. And there she is.
This can't keep happening now. I should have reset this shit before we started.
Girl, do you want to put you want to put us on hold and reset it? It's on you. We so transparent here at Brown Book Series. We Gucci with it. Y'all, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Like cuddling up with a good romance novel? How about getting to know the author in a way that's fun instead of sleep-inducing? Then you'll love hanging out with Shay Baby from the Brown Book Series. It's a talk show, but much, much more. You'll learn about the book and the author, the reviews, interviews, and answers to questions that only Shay Baby could get away with asking. Brown Book Series, a novel experience with Shay Baby. Look for Brown Book Series now on YouTube and get more at brownbookseries.com.
All right, y'all, and we are back. The internet was not trying to let us be great, but damn him. Our boo came in and got us together, didn't it, Monica?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. It's okay. Monica thinks she's slick. She's trying to get up out this game, but guess what? And the next name that book. Don't play, boo. Here we go. Is Yous ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Name that book. This one is easy. Character: Vita Indigo Cole.
Oh yeah, that's easy. Let Me Ride. That's this year.
Right. Let me ride. Ooh, no, I was saying, let me ride, babe. I want to ride.
Yeah, that's what she was saying too.
Listen, I was like, you know what? Okay, we'll talk about it later. I just like that damn Monica ass. Woo, love it. All right, next up, name that book. They were starting me at $15 an hour. That was a far cry from the $8.95 I was making in U-Haul.
Love Like a Nightmare.
Love Like a Nightmare, girl. Listen,
That was my hardest write.
Was it?
One of anyway, but I think it's the most.
For some strange reason, I don't know. You can tell. I don't know what, but that book was good. You hear me?
Thank you,
girl.
Thank you. That's the first book I sent to the publisher.
Yes.
First book.
So who came up with the title? Did you wrestle with the title and they say, no, Monica, let's do something else? Or was this your title?
My title. I titled it and sent it in. She was like, great. Yeah.
I love the title.
Just fell from the sky. I don't know where.
Okay, because I love it. I'm like, that's all right. Love like a nightmare. Now, was you writing a particular passage when the title just came to you, or did you have the title first?
I never have the title first. Ever. Usually I'm wrestling with it later down the line. Ever. Never had a title first.
She said ever. Her Cardi B voice, ever.
I think I was almost done with that book when the title just fell from the sky for me.
That's what's up. Okay. Love Like a Nightmare. That's a good ass book, girl. I was like, oh, this is different. Okay. It's a little different. Yeah. But it was still good. It was different though. What made it so hard for you to get through it?
Because the domestic violence was
I figured
was hard for me. Plus the paranormal moments, that was a little difficult because I put myself in my character's shoes a lot. So it's like I could feel everything that I was trying to portray she was feeling. So it's just like, oh Lord, I feel like I'm crazy. I'm seeing dead people and I can't.
Girl, I had to stop I had to put this down. I'm talking about I was drinking water and everything. It was a no gummy night for me. I'm like, this is your girl.
You don't need no gummy reading that.
No, high gone. I'm telling you, I was like, oh, something wrong. But it was a good book though. It was a real good book. Now I ain't gonna tell you no lie. It's a good book. It's a good book. All right, next up, name that book. We'd had sex at least 10 more times since then, each time after choir rehearsal. Mama didn't even pick me up anymore.
Oh, see that last line, let me know it was the devil that goes to church too. Yeah.
Girl. Now, Monica.
Yeah.
Monica. Pastor Ryan Charles. Girl, see, okay. That book was good. You hear me? All your books are good. But for me, they're all good. I'm like, oh, but some of them I just be like, I be sitting there stuck. And it don't be because I'm high. I just be stuck, you know what I'm saying, on the book. Like, damn. A lot of times because anyway, it's focus, Shay. Anyway, so girl, okay, how did you I would say how did you come up with this storyline, but it's the truth. But the details of it, I mean, it was so in depth to the end.
Yeah.
With a couple of twists and turns in there too. What was you going through when you was writing The Devil Goes to Church too?
Nothing. My mama still thinks to this day that book is about me. And I'm like, no. She's like, did Reverend so-and-so touch you? No, Ma, no.
Girl, you need to tell Mama trying to go down there and cuss the pastors out at the church.
I don't know what she's trying to do. I'm like, no. This is not about me. So, but Noah was my character first. Okay. I'd written about Noah in another series, and he was describing being raised by his grandparents and them being holier than thou and that type of thing. So then I was like, he needs his story, but I have to start with his mother before I can get to him. So that's how that book came about. He was a character first, and then I went back to tell that story.
Girl, because baby, Raquel, I was like, what? And I'm not gonna spoil it because some people, are they're like, okay, Monica Walters, you might be new to certain people, so they're trying to figure, like I was, and I don't want to spoil the book, but that book was so freaking good. So good.
She couldn't catch a break.
She could not catch a break. She just couldn't catch a break. And her mama,
baby, I've been wanting to kill her. I've been wanting to kill her.
Yes.
She just wanted to die.
She didn't want to die. But her daddy was so much daddy's anyway. No matter what you do, your daddy, you always daddy's little girl. So yeah, I was just like, her damn mom, like that child, she gonna kill the lady before she girl's mess. But anyway, yeah, that book was, honey, it was good. All three of them, because it's three of them in the series, right?
Yeah. Devil Goes to Church is a little, it's PG-13. But then, Noah Bus Ride Open with X-rated.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You was No, yeah. It was a little PG-13 too, yeah, because it didn't go.
There wasn't a lot of profanity, and I didn't go into too much detail doing those scenes, Yeah, it was PG-13, and I mainly did that for my uncle because he was like, write something I can read. He's a pastor, and he just didn't want to read all the, and I was like, okay, you can read
that one though. I'm sure you like, here you go.
Look, but now that he's deceased now, so now I'm glad I did that for him. So
I'm glad you did too.
Yeah.
But even though it didn't have like profanity and stuff in it, I mean, I cussed enough while I was reading it, so it was kind of cool.
It had definitely adult situations for sure.
Yeah, definitely, and it was so in depth and it was so good that you didn't miss. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I didn't want to see anyway. When you know what I'm saying, when she was, because it's the whole little young thing, and then border. So I was like, I'm just happy you did that. But I didn't even notice because I was so engulfed in the book. You know how some people can write a book and it's all about the sex. You go, I'm see the steamy part. No, I didn't even miss it.
Oh, good.
The book was just that damn good, girl. I was like, honey, I gotta talk to Monica about something, honey. She tripping. Okay. Next up, name that book. Here we go. She's not willing to leave Kingston. He's not leaving Dallas. How can a meaningful relationship survive with over 1,500 miles between them? Name that book.
Love Long Overdue. Yeah, that's the latest. That one's still fresh on my mind.
Yes, that was your latest release. So, Monica, tell us, without giving us spoilers, because I give all the spoilers. I just be talking. They be like, Shay, damn.
Oh, Lord. Let me try to feel some.
Yeah, because, the book just came out. So let's try not to give, tell them enough that they want to read it, because y'all going to want to read it. But, not too much spoilers. So tell us a little bit about what is Love Long Overdue?
Love Long Overdue is about a character named Jamila Campbell. She's living in Kingston, Jamaica, and she meets a man at her cousin's somewhat of a rehearsal dinner. Her cousin is from Dallas, but she comes home to get married, and she has some past trauma, some past issues to where she thinks, I'm not ready for a serious relationship. This is just gonna be a, top it and drop it type of situation, and that's it. But it becomes a little more than what she expected. But of course, there's the barrier of distance because he's from Dallas, Texas, and she's in Kingston. So pretty much that's the book of them trying to figure out what's going to happen between them and what barriers are they willing to break down, what things they're willing to sacrifice in order to be together.
And girl, what's that called? The patois, whatever it is.
Yeah, I want to learn it so bad. I want to learn it so bad.
Girl, me too. I'm talking about, girl, I ain't gonna even say it. I'm gonna say it.
I was walking around talking about what gwine.
You know what I'm saying? No, baby, it was the little baby for me. Hey, little baby. I was
yeah.
He told her, go get your stuff, little baby girl. I wouldn't listen. My husband came home talking about, he looked at me like, bitch, what you packing? I'm like,
And see, I
I'm
can't
going,
take credit for Kyle. That's
I'm
T.
going with Kyle. I'm going
He wrote Kyle.
a T-Row Kyle.
He wrote Kyle. I wrote Jamila.
Baby,
Yeah.
Jamila. Okay. I'm gonna put them together. We're gonna have to get T on here too. First of all, Kyle had almost got me put out my damn house. Okay. Cause my husband's like, don't let Monica get you fucked up.
Now, see, the Love Long Overdue, we collab, but we both write 2 books. So, I mean, we both each write a book. Her book is coming next Friday, this coming Friday, and it's from Kyle's point of view. So you get all of his background drama that's going on aside from Jamila. And you get, what his thoughts are when they're, talking and whatever. So, yeah.
Oh my God, man, I love it.
So, yeah, that's my Love Long Overdue is my writing style.
Yeah.
It's, I translate pretty much like the scenes that she may come up with. I translate them into the way I write, so, you don't miss anything. It doesn't seem like 2 people wrote it.
And it doesn't. It does. I think I asked you off air, like, do y'all? Because you said you guys had like 9 collaborations together. You cannot tell it because I've read a couple of books that you guys did together, and then the rest of them you by yourself. I'm like, it's the same writing style. It's the same.
Yeah.
What?
Because it is. The only thing that is different, like for this last book, Kyle's dialogue is T. I didn't write any of that. I copied it from what she wrote. His dialogue is her.
Okay.
But everything else is my writing style.
Well, girl, I love this book, but let me tell you, it was Jamila's mama for me.
Baby, Sedella, that thing. Look, you sound like somebody in the review talking about Sedella need a book. Sedella is not getting a book, okay?
You need to find Sedella some love. Sedella said,
she hot, baby. She after Liam.
Listen, I love it. Sedella said, You found some dick. Now you want to travel?
She's crazy.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, her mama was everything for me. I'm telling you.
I love her too.
Yeah, I absolutely love this book. So I don't understand. So, girl, you and T getting on my nerve now. So listen, why y'all didn't put the 2 books together?
I don't know. We've always done it this way. It started with the book of Noah, and I think we did it that way because Noah was an existing character for me. Mm-hmm. But she just loved him so much. She wanted to be a part, of his story. So I think that's why we did it that way, because Noah and Ryan Jr., they had so much other stuff that I had to settle from The Devil Goes to Church too. And, aside from those female characters. So for those, it was best to write 2 different books. Because my books were like super duper long, and hers were not.
Well, I hear you. You got as Ofo used to say, a heavy hand that you be writing lots, like 56,000 words in like 1 minute. Like, what the fuck? Joe.
We just after that. So.
Okay, all right. We got to get Miss T on here so we can hear Kyle's stuff, because you can tell, you can tell it was a lot, and especially with, oh damn, I want to tell a story. We're gonna talk after this because I got, what I'm saying? Because yes. Okay, anyway, but I bet they like Shay. What I'm like, yo, we're gonna do like a forum. I'm gonna go to Brown Book Series. We're gonna do a forum, and we're gonna talk about this book for the ones who have already read the book, who's reading the book, all that good stuff. Because I got some questions, and it's good. And then we're gonna ask Ms. Monica that she can come back on here. We'll do like a little private thing so she can just answer all our questions. If that's okay with you, Ms. Monica?
Yes.
Girl,
absolutely.
Girl, yeah, because we got questions and we need to know, and we need to have them in privacy. As my mom used to say, honey, in the privacy of our own home, honey. Everybody don't need to hear what we talking about. All right. And speaking in the privacy of our own home, it brings us to the next segment here in the Brown Book series called Who'd You Rather? Well, we take your heroes, we pit them against each other, and you let us know who you want to knock down, honey. I'm talking about like one night stand. Like what Jamila said, I just want to ride on the dog. Let us know. I love the damn book.
It's gonna be hard.
Yes, girl. All right. Real easy. So, who'd you rather? You ready?
I'm ready.
You know I had to throw him in here. Ryan, R.J. Charles, or LaKeith Douglas?
RJ.
R.J. All right,
RJ.
then. Yeah, R.J. did it for me. He was just so, he was all in the background.
He had it all though.
Yeah, you
in
did.
his story. In his story, I can't say that part because if you read, and you will never suspect that about him. But he had it all. Okay, he's like one of my top 5 favorite male characters. Period.
You know what? It's so crazy because I liked him more than I did his brother Noah.
I did too. Noah was a brat.
Yeah, Noah was a brat.
Yeah.
No, I was like, Noah he had whoop. Yeah, I like RJ. Yeah, okay. Damn, we can't even talk about it. All right, who'd you rather? We pit these two people against each other because to me they're the same person. I don't know why, but I just, Wesley Henderson Jr. or Orion Gentry.
Orion.
Okay. Orion. Okay, it's Orion. All right, you want to go with Orion?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they both had some issues, man. They was trying to work it out mentally. Like
Orion's. Well, I don't know if WJ issues could be helped either, but Orion's was even more out of his hands.
Yeah. Yes.
So and the way he dealt with it a lot better than WJ.
He did because WJ needed Jesus.
Whew, child. Okay, that I don't like that much drama in my life, So yeah, Orion. That's a lot of drama. That's a lot of drama.
He might be trying to knock him down, and then he might start crying. Okay.
Hello. I can't do it.
Last up, I had to do this to you. Who'd you rather, Liam Jackson or Kyle Jackson? One night only.
Oh, you're not a brothers. God probably Liam just for the hair, because Liam has a lot of hair, and I just,
Oh no! Don't talk about Gary. Hey, shake it loose. Okay, she going with Liam. I like Liam too. So yeah, Liam was cool for me. I like Liam too.
And both of those are T's.
Yes. What? I don't know now. Kyle, he kind of was just
Yeah. I just, it's hard to choose. I just had to base it on the hair.
On the hair, yeah. Liam, I like the hair. I don't know. I'm going back. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm on Kyle. Jamila made me want Kyle more. You know what I'm saying?
The way she handled him well too.
Yes, it's the way she handled
like, tell me what you want me to do. Tell me what I'm going to do. Like, oh, okay, sis. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, how big is this car?
He pulled that piece out of him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going with Kyle. Okay, cool. You can have Liam. All right. All right, Monica. Author's moments. What's your most urgent priority for the rest of the year?
To finish these 2 books. I have 2 more for the year before the year is out. So I need to finish them. I've had a few little health issues that kind of made me have to stop, take a break, regroup. And I feel weird not writing. I haven't written at all today. And that's totally weird for me. So yeah, to finish those 2 books, I'm like in the middle of both of them. So
okay, yeah, well, girl, you write fast, so you'll be finished.
Yeah, I plan to finish 1 hopefully by the end of next week, and that's just by taking it easy.
Take it easy. That's it. Take it easy. Now that's in the literary world. What's your most urgent priority for the rest of the year in just your regular world, in Monica's world?
To take care of me so I
Yeah.
can still be here.
Yes,
So,
girl. Yeah. We need that to happen.
yes,
Yeah.
to take care of me. That's my most urgent priority.
Yeah. All right, sis, I got that. Okay. Author's moments. And being a novelist, what did you learn a little too late?
Probably more of the industry. Writing was never really an issue for me. I love to write, always been a writer, but I didn't really learn the industry and the logistics of, being, what I'm trying to say, how to promo and market and when to drop a book and, all that. I didn't learn all that till 2018 when I signed with my publisher, Be Love. Be Love taught me all that because I wanted to be full time. And in order to be full time, you have to really dig into, the logistics of everything and understand the industry in order to make it work.
Right.
So that was what I learned, I think, a little too. I mean, the way I try to look at things is that I learned it when I was supposed to learn.
Right.
But I wish I would have known it sooner.
No. Okay, I got that. So that's what's up. So now that you know, hey, and knowing is half the battle,
That's right.
And it's good too, though, when you get with a publishing company. Not to say that people will take advantage of it, but you coming in, you're green, you don't know. So it's good that Be Love took the time. It was like, you know what? Let's teach her, what she's supposed to do and how it's supposed to do. So big ups to them for that.
Yeah, she taught me everything I know about the industry.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay, then. I love it. All right, author's moments. If you could have tea with one fictional character of yours, who would it be? One girl.
Probably Sonya. Probably Sonya because she's crazy.
Oh yeah.
And she does everything that I wish I could have done and not worry about what other people think.
When they read Ray's book, they're gonna be like, "What?" Yeah.
She don't give a damn, okay? And sometimes I wish I didn't give a damn and just do whatever the hell I want to do, and that's pretty much what she did. She did whatever she wanted to do. And, sometimes she had to apologize. Other times she was like, to hell with y'all.
Right.
So,
Saya, my kind of girl. That's how I'd be like, I don't care, whatever.
Girl.
All right. Author's moments. If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self, what would you tell her?
Follow your dreams now. Don't wait till later. Don't put off today what you like. How I go? Don't put off for tomorrow what you could do today.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just trying to stay in the box, when I was 15. Do what mom and daddy say. Go to college. Just stay in the box. And as a grown up, I'm 42 years old, and I'm just living. I feel like.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I was. Follow your dreams.
Well, they say until you reach 40, you ain't lived there anyway. It's like when from what I've heard from my aunts and different people, they're like, when you reach 40, it's a certain type of, I don't know, a womanhood to come with a certain type of confidence. Like
yes,
you know what to do, and you know how to really live, how to really enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, girl, you got it.
I dyed my hair for the first time last year.
It looks good too.
Thank you. It was red last year, and then I dyed it green this year. The old Monica would have never done that.
See? It's all in due time. That's what I'm saying. It's all in due time. My husband will never know. He said, yeah, when I come home, he don't know what I'm look like. He said.
My husband's about you wait till you in your 40s to act a fool, to wild out. Well,
and that's when you can enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? You can be like, oh, I know what to do now. When I go to these places, I know what to do. I know how to handle myself. I know what I want, what I don't want. So, girl, you got this. We root for you, sis, girl. Just wild out, honey.
Got my nose pierced and everything, but snatched the doggone thing out by accident. So now I got to get it redone.
Then you gotta get it redone. I said I want to get a tattoo. Everybody's like, we can't believe you don't have one. I'm like, I don't. So I want to get that.
I don't have one either.
I know, girl. Listen, I might have to come down to Texas. We need to go get a tattoo.
Yeah, we're going to go get one together.
That would be hot. Our husband could be like, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, like, what?
I love it. Arthur's moments, okay? Monica, what would your pen name be?
used to go.
I was about to say, Deborah Mello said her pen name is her stripper name, so you can merge the two if you just tell you what she told me. Okay.
Oh, Lord. No, I used to go by Montego. And I dropped it because of the reasons I went by Montego. I went by Montego because I was afraid of people I knew reading what I write. So, I mean, I grew up in the church, that kind of thing. My mom is a minister, so it was just like, I don't want people to know it's me. So I went by Montego. And then I got to the point, I was like, why am I worried about what they think? I don't care. And Monica Walters was born.
I know that's right, girl. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. I absolutely love it, honey. Because them 400, they doing them anyway. Hell, we see that from the devils in the church too.
Hello? Okay, and half of them reading my stuff anyway. They just don't want nobody to know it.
They just don't want nobody to know. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So, girl, please, I'm so happy you came out. You look, you got your name back, baby. I'm so happy for that.
Thank you.
Arthur's moments. If you could master any instrument on earth, what would it be?
Ooh, a bass. Man, I just love the bass guitar. Man, I love the bass guitar. I mean, it's just sexy to me. I don't. I might still try to learn it. Let me calm down because I'm thinking about Enzo and when's the last time, and I'm getting a little riled up. So let me bring it back down.
Oh, you is my kind of girl. Yes, Lord. All right. Let's see. Arthur's moments. What's the one dream that you tucked away?
I used to want to be a background singer. I wanted to be a background singer. And that's why I said I'd tell my 15-year-old self to follow my dreams because that's what I always wanted to do. I could have been on stage behind Beyonce. I could have been one of them sugar mamas or something.
My friend is a sugar mama, Christy. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So, yeah. So, and I didn't do it. I didn't follow my dreams. I didn't take initiative to go try out places and all that kind of stuff because I was staying in the box. Okay.
What? So, let me find out, girl. You can sing.
I could hold a tune. I wouldn't say I could sing. That's why I don't want to be in the front.
I'm just saying, you don't want to give us a little something here at the Brown Book series. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We stand behind the Me Too area. We take no's and no. We absolutely love it. All right. Let's see. Arthur's moments. What's something you try really hard to like but just couldn't?
People.
She is dead ass serious. Monica.
I am.
Monica.
Yes.
Me too with people. I'm like, look, don't mess with my vibe, y'all. Okay, what's wrong with you and people, Monica?
I can't. It's hard for me to tolerate stupidness or or BS or anything that I just can't vibe with. It's hard for me to tolerate it, and my facial expressions don't hide nothing. And then sometimes my mouth gonna just say what I gotta say. So people stress me out, make my nerves bad. So I just do better by myself.
Listen, I'm with you. You know, I understand that because sometimes some people, you know, and you just don't have, as my daddy used to say, I can't be tolerating that dumb shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
with
it.
you.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just, yeah.
like, what were you thinking when you did that?
What were you thinking? And they'll have no explanation. They just out here being stupid. That's it. I get
Yeah,
it.
like,
I get it. Another author once told me, I asked her that question, and off the camera, she said, "Shay, you know, I don't like people." She said, "I only like my I only like my readers." I said, "That's it." So, yep, I just like being around my readers, talking to them. We all on one accord, and that's it. I said, "All right, girl."
yep, yeah. I mean, I love my children. You know, I could be around my children all day. Even my husband, the way he started working my nerves every now and then. I'd be like, down, player, go. But my babies, I could be around my girls all day, and it don't bother me at all
Oh,
because
that's sweet.
they just like me though. So
So yeah,
my
so
baby,
they
yeah, she'd be like, oh, I wish I didn't have to go to school. Those children bad, and they get on my nerves. And she's 10.
and she said, I absolutely love it. Oh my God. All right. Last one, office moments. What are you amazingly good at?
Writing.
You are.
Writing. I can't think of anything else that I'm just so great at. I mean, I think I give good advice, when I'm asked for it. I don't volunteer it because that's just ugly. But, when I'm asked for it, I think I'd give pretty decent advice to people, whether they take it or not, that's on them. But yeah, besides writing that.
Okay. All right, cool. Monica, if you were hosting a dinner party and could invite 5 people from any era, who would it be?
Mm.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay, so from this era, it would be Tank because that's my baby daddy. And let's see. Yeah, that's my youngest daughter's real daddy. Um,
Ooh.
Tank, the singer, Tank.
Wait, hold on, wait. Wait a minute. That's your that's
I
your
really
real
love.
baby daddy?
No.
Girl, I'm about to say, hold on. Don't be trying to have him at dinner table, put him on child support. Don't do that. Look,
My husband say you need to send some child support in here if that's your baby daddy. But
somebody say, hold on. Okay, so Tank.
Tank, Tank has to be there no matter what. Um, MLK because I have questions. Um, I need to know the mental struggle. I need to know the background stuff that nobody got to see. Um, who else? Billie Holiday.
Mm,
Love
mm,
Billie Holiday.
mm.
I love her. I mean, just watching her story makes me mad. So I love her. Layla Hathaway,
Girl.
baby. Okay, he take me to a concert. He on my good list for a whole year. Whole year. I don't think anything would get on my nerves for a whole year if I get to sit down and just see Layla in person and just
Yeah, that is the
man.
truth. Yeah,
How
Layla is
many was that?
a girl. My
Those
God.
four.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't want to be a holy roller, but my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Hey, glory.
Yes, Lord. Honey. Yeah, he had to come down here. I'm not going up there. You come down here.
No, 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 I'm not ready to go up there, Lord. Come down and visit me.
Look, what's the song say? Look, come down and see about me. I'm
Yeah,
down
come
here
down,
waiting.
Lord. 'Cause, I don't want to be up there yet. Not yet.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, Monica has brought us to the end of the interview. We have one question left. But before we go, I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was so much fun. You are such a beautiful person.
Thank you. So are you.
Thank you, girl. I've been trying, Jesus. All right. Before we ask our last question of the interview, let everybody know all things Monica, where they can get your latest books, your social media, your website, all the other good stuff. And if you have any events coming up, we want to know about that too.
Okay. My website, authormonicawalters.com. You can find paperbacks there. The links to my ebooks are there. Sneak peeks to my books, well, my recent books are there on my blog. You can also subscribe to my mailing list there, so you'll know about all new releases before everybody else. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at author Monica Walters. And then Clubhouse just at Monica Walters, and Twitter at MONL Walters, Mon L Walters. I'm on Goodreads, but I don't remember my thing on there. You just have to search me. Just search me on Goodreads. I'm on there too.
Yes, she listen, all things Monica Walters. And but if you guys go to her website, all the links are there to everywhere you can find her. And make sure you go check out her books because baby, y'all know that they know I only talk to people I like anyway. Anyway, so last they know me by now. Last question. If you were writing a book about your life, what would the title be?
Lord, I don't know. Let me think on this. That's a thought-provoking question.
I know, right? We get deep at the end, girl.
Yeah, because I have errors too. I mean, it would have been titled one thing at one particular time. Help me, Holy Ghost. That would have to be the name. Because I need help sometimes, most of the time. All the time I need help. So help me, Lord.
Help me, Lord. I absolutely love it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. And thank you because I'm tripping. Look, help me, Holy Ghost.
No.
Brown Book Series, give us a round of applause for Miss Monica Walters.
Thank y'all for having me.
You enjoy it. Hold tight for me, Monica.
Okay.
All right, Brown Bookers, if you love the interview, and I know you did, please like, share, and subscribe. All right, y'all know the routine. Wednesdays here at 6 o'clock, you're right here at the Brown Book Series. At 7 o'clock, we're going to head over to Authors Behind the Pages with Reese, Ryan. And after we play with Reese at 7 o'clock, at 8 o'clock, we're going to cruise on over to Cruise Radios to be with Iris Bolling for Iris Moments. Y'all got it? 6 o'clock right here at Brown Book Series. 7 o'clock, Reese Ryan, Authors Behind the Pages. And at 8 o'clock, we go cruise on over to Cruise Radios with Iris Moments with Iris Bolling. Also, make sure you check out Fade Mates with Sarah McLean's podcast. It drops today on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday is where it's at. It's Wednesday, it's a network, and it's all the way live. Also, Raw. The Raw experience. Registration is open now. You can go to our website. You can go to brownbookseries.com and go see the events page and it'll take you to Raw. Or you can go to www.rawexperience.com and get all the good information. The registration is now open. Trust me, this is an event you do not want to miss. You don't want to miss it, Hattie. You don't want to miss it. Again, that's Raw. Romance Readers and Writers Experience. All right, I'll see you guys next week. God bless.
Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby.